Hey, yo, what it do? It's your boy Q, and welcome back to TEC High School for our spring semester of esports action. But before we get down and do what it do and talk about where we're going, we got to reflect on where we've been. So if it's your first time joining us, or since it's been a little bit of time since we saw y'all last, let's go ahead and take a quick look at how last season's championships went down. And we started off our championship play with a little bit of Overwatch. And in Division 2, Penn Trafford would be able to come out on top with the sweep against West Branch. West Branch would then be able to bounce back in their Division 1 championship game, a barn burner of a matchup that went the distance. Forest Hills then put on a clinic both on the pitch and from the student section in a sweep of California area. Gateway would be able to keep the brooms out for Division 2, winning in straight games against Greater Altoona. But Greater Altoona would be able to prove that they really were the GOATs of Valorant, not only winning their Division 1 matchup that went the distance, but their Division 2 championship as well. That leaves us with the spring semester coming up, so let's go ahead and take a look at our power rankings heading into the spring. Starting off in Overwatch with our Division 2, Westmont Hilltop starts the season in the number 5 position. Followed up by Connellsville High School in that 4th spot. Uniontown holding it down in the 3rd spot. West Branch, our runners-up from Winter, in at 2, and Penn Trafford holding it down in the number 1 spot, looking to duplicate their fall success. Now in our preseason top 5 for Division 1, we got Connellsville High School starting things off in that 5 spot. Winber will be right behind them in the 4th position. Gateway will also start off in your top 5, they'll be in your 3 spot. Followed by our 2nd place finishers from the Winter, Central Cambria, and with West Branch sitting at the top in that number 1 spot, looking to do it all over again here in the spring. Let's go ahead and move over to our preseason top 5 for Rocket League. Starting off in Division 2, Boyertown holding it down, starting things off in that 5 spot. Penn Trafford drifting on into that 4 position. Forest Hills coming in at the 3 spot. Greater Altoona will start in that 2nd spot, with Gateway looking to defend their title, starting off the spring in the pole position. Now over in our Division 1 Rocket League preseason top 5, it's going to be Carmichael's area starting things off in the 5 spot. The GOATs from Greater Altoona shifting in at the 4th spot. Winber also drifting on in, they'll be in your 3rd position. With California area starting in at that 2nd spot, and Forest Hill, home of the best student section in esports, looking to repeat in that number 1 spot. Now before we get up on out of here, y'all know we can't forget about our Valorant gamers here at TEC. In Division 2, it's going to be Ferndale into that 5 spot. Winber in at the 4th position. Blacklick Valley coming in that 3rd spot. Richland coming in that 2nd spot. And Greater Altoona sitting there at the top spot. And in Division 1, when it comes to our preseason top 5, it's going to be Boyertown holding it down at 5. Forest Hills starting in the 4th spot. Penn Trafford will be in that number 3 position. Winber starting off the semester in 2nd, and the TEC Valorant GOATs, Greater Altoona, in at that number 1 spot. And the time has finally come. After almost 2.5 months off since our fall championship, it's time to run it back and do it all over again. And this time, bigger and better than ever. Not only are we bringing back the weekly broadcast, but we got power rankings, we've got top plays, and a whole bunch more. So make sure you're getting involved over on the social medias. Leave this video a like and a comment, and make sure you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody about it. Until we catch y'all back for some more TEC action, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard, all right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing out. Home, and that's going to be the first goal of the series.
into Cubby as Claw making the peek, finds the first, is able to find Bruno and Greater Altoona. Another retake, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There finding, oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness.
As he jumps up on top of you all, making a fifth, looking for the 6K, they're letting it happen.
And he gets
it! 6 minis!
Can't quite get it. Yes, with a banger of a shot. And this student section is going nuts. Yeah, I mean, he rotated quickly last time.
Oh my God!
Make a move first here. And there it is. Almost
Let's go.
gonna be able to put a
chance for them as Physics comes over the 2K Death Blossom.
over one defender, flips it over the other, and that's going to be a second goal just that quick. That's insane.
He's so good. West Branch are your TEC High School Series Division 1 Overwatch champions. They aced the finals. Penn Trafford are your Division 2 Overwatch champions.
Forest Hills are your D1 TEC champions.
Yeah, you know, ladies and gentlemen, your Division 2 Rocket League champions.
And Greater Altoona are your Division 1 High School Series champions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our Division 2 High School Series champions of Valorant, Altoona CTC.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Esport Company Spring Series for 2024. My name is Joker's Ransom, he is Lord Thethan. And we are back and ready to get into some Overwatch.
Oh, back and ready is definitely the way to say it. I've been rearing to get back in the booth with TEC and continue watching the incredible high school teams that we've gotten to watch. Joker, the fall was such a riveting season. So many fantastic narratives and some incredible players as well. And heading into the spring, the competition is only ramping up. So before jumping into this first map and showing you guys what the plan is for today, I wanted to take a look at some of the rosters for these teams. And Joker, I think that we were going to start off with Central Cambria.
Yeah, we're taking a look at Central Cambria here again. This is a matchup between the grand finals from the fall series, and these teams haven't really changed at all. We've got on the side of Central Cambria, Physics, Fork, Hello There, Mophead, and Gary. And then on the side of West Branch there, obviously, we've got the... No. Are we still... Wait, what are we doing? Okay. Yeah, now we're back to the West Branch. We've got DPS Diff, Ball Diff, Bayou Lay, Firelord, and the Game Slays.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Joker, you know, roster's not going to be much different than they were last... in the fall, and honestly, you know, thank goodness for that. I don't know that I was ready to part ways with the with all of these incredible players, and in the arenas in which they are contesting each other for the first victory of the spring season of the TEC High School Series for Overwatch. Today we're going to be watching 2 Division 1 games and 2 Division 2 games. So the arenas are also pretty interesting. Today we're going to get to see a couple of different maps played. We'll be starting on Antarctic Peninsula. That's going to be your control game mode. It's a best of 3, first to 2 objective mode. We'll get to see hopefully 2 or 3 sub maps and in the form of rounds, and then we'll be moving on, I believe, to the escort game mode. We'll get to see Dorado played, and then to push the tug of war with a robot on New Queen Street, one of my personal favorite maps.
Yeah, it should be really interesting to see, especially with the new changes to Overwatch. Again, if you aren't really interested in the game itself and you're here for your family, your friends, Overwatch has changed drastically since we last saw you here in the TEC world. it's a lot of people have changed, are now calling it Overwatch 3.0, I would say, because just the changes that have been made solely because of these the passives that have come through, the healing passives that are now in the game.
Yeah, as well as a whole host of changes, including some, balances to almost every single character in the game. There's also new releases. Characters like Maga and the incoming DPS character Venture that we'll get to see in season 10 of Overwatch. We're in season 9 right now, and it's actually ending sooner than you may think. So get your competitive wins in now for the new competitive system, which also got a revamp. Definitely less relevant for today's matchup, but for Overwatch players, some big things have been happening, and we'll get to see how these players have been adjusting to the changes of the game here in actually just a couple of short moments. We've loaded in to Antarctic Peninsula, and Joker, I think that I've oscillated on the spectrum of liking and disliking this map over the last couple of years, and ultimately I've just kind of found myself sitting on, it's a good brawl map. It's a good map for rush and brawl compositions. Put your Reinhardt, Junker Queen, Ramatra in there. But at least from the side of West Branch, we're going to be seeing something not quite. Well, actually, no, I guess you could say that's kind of brawly. It's a little bit more of a dive-looking composition for sure, with the Winston, the Genji, Sojourn to be able to slide in. Kiriko has her teleport, Swift Step, and Bayou Lee on the Mercy. And honestly, the look is quite similar here on the other side, Central Cambria. These teams, just two top-tier teams, going to be duking it out once again. This is a rematch, actually, from the final match of the fall series.
Yeah, honestly, the questionable thing, I mean, Fork has proven us wrong time and time again with the Doomfist, but the questionable thing is the Doomfist right now, I would say.
Bugged right now.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's bugged, so it's going to be interesting to see if Fork can get good value and with this tank play. And I mean, Physics, the Genjis are very good right now, so this is going to be a very interesting matchup between DPS Def and Physics here, but the play is going to come in already. The slam comes out from Fork, trying to get some picks going. This DPS Def is so low and low there. Actually going to find the pick there, and now another pick comes through from Fork. It's a nice play coming in from Central Cambria, taking the first fight of the spring series.
Yeah, really love both of these compositions. The style is just to get in there on top of each other, and it looks like they're all doing their own thing. But we're into the voice chats. We don't actually hear them, but we know that they're calling Winston, or get the Mercy. She doesn't have flight, right? And so another fight is going to break out. It's going to look chaotic, but these teams are actually, there's an order of operations they're adhering to.
Yeah, no, definitely. Is Baldiff going to be looking to go into the backline there with some help from DPS Diff, as Fork is going to punch away but not get the pick they were looking for, as Gary's going to be the first person to go down. That's something we're seeing a lot more recently. The Moira coming into these compositions, but right now this Primal Rage is doing wonders for Baldiff, which is interestingly enough, because again, something that has happened in Season 9, I will talk about before it gets too out of hand, Ball is actually playable in the game.
Yeah.
It's just interesting why we're not seeing Ball play Baldiff right now. Or Baldiff play Ball.
It could be said both ways. I've heard it both ways, Joker.
No.
And yeah, a little bit curious. Winston is going to be one of those really popular tanks as well. It's not really the Season 4 tank. That DPS passive, 20% healing reduction received, is pretty tough. But Winston being able to drop the bubble is a really big deal. And obviously, Ball being able to just run away is really helpful for him. There's another fight breaking out here, though.
Yeah, there is. Physics has made the swap over to the Reaper guy, but it's just not going to work out already for them. Fork is just going to look for a Meteor Strike on top, but DPS Diff with the, okay. It's just going to be taken down after they find Hello there with the Dragon Blade, but now with the Coalescence coming online, Gary's trying to find this damage, find this healing, try to stay alive as well, and keep Fork in the fight, but nothing's really doing that. I mean, they kept Fork alive, but other than that, there's nothing really going. Now with the Kitsune Rush coming through, Mophead's going to fall down. They have lost the game Slay, so there's still an opportunity for Central Cambria to win this fight out, but Gary's gone again as Baldiff finds another pick as Fork, and it looks as Fork is still trying to fight this out, but a lot of people are low. The Primal Rage yet again finds a low there. It's a nice Mercy, kept getting away from the ever advancing Fork as West Branch continue to hold on strong.
I mean, Fork's Doomfist has become no less incredible than we last got to see in the final match of the fall season for Division 1 Overwatch, and they're really proving it here. But it's a struggle. The point was controlled that entire time by West Branch, and now Central Cambria is going to be walking into last fight territory. They have the Kitsune Rush from Mophead, and Physics will be able to use that to get that Death Blossom. But is it going to win them the match? We'll see.
Mophead almost goes down there, and DPS Diff is going to take Hello there out with their Dragon Blade. Mophead goes down as well. Oh, Physics and Fork have found 3 picks of their own. There's still an opportunity to hold on, and the Meteor Strike is available, but they've got to find the pick onto Dual Diff here and now. Still getting the healing, staying alive, juking and jiving around, and Gary has gone out of the fight. Fork is still trying as well as they can to stay alive, keep things going. Hello there on the Tracer as well as taking Firelord out of the fight. They've got to be able to counter him out, and Baldiff's gone down. Trades keep coming through though. It's still anyone's point at the moment as DPS Diff still so low. The Res tries to come through, but in the end it looks like Central Cambria are able to stay alive for the time being on the first point of Antarctic.
Emphasis on the for the time being. It's only a matter of time until West Branch comes in with a whole slew of ultimates. They're dangerously close to 3 particularly powerful ones right now. And Physics was actually mindful enough to hold on to this Death Blossom. Gary and Hello there rapidly generating their ults as well. That fight right there, Joker, really shows us how Overwatch really isn't played too differently. It's not that different of a game, but the fight wins have become much more costly for every team that plays this game.
Oh, definitely, and then we're going to see if they can hold on. They've got ultimates like you were talking about to keep things going, but it could all change with a pick as a nice play comes in as Mophead's so low. Pulse Bomb is out. Not going to find anything, though, as Hello there, as a lot of people are low. Death Blossom's still available. Primal Rage in the back line from Baldiff, though. Still looking for a pick. It's Bayou going down first and foremost. It's traded back. DPS Diff shuts down the Coalescence, opening things up, but again, just singled out, taken out. As now still Physics has an option to hold on to this Death Blossom, to drop it around anyone coming to the point. The Kitsune Rush there from Firelord might help solidify things in the favor of West Branch, with Mophead going down, who is trying to build up to their Kitsune Rush of their own. Death Blossom in the back, but it's not going to find anyone but Baldiff's low. The res is there on the Firelord. Fork finds Baldiff out. In the meanwhile, still it's anyone's point. They can find a pick and they can change it drastically. The Firelord solo, Meteor Strike coming right on top of them, but they don't need it. Physics finds him with the Hellfire Shotguns, takes him down. It looks like Central Cambria are taking round number 1.
And honestly, a situation where you might have looked at this match and said it was West Branch's round to win. So, you know, this best of 3 first to 2 map type here that we're going to be taking a look at first on Antarctic Peninsula as we head into this other map. I still don't know the sub-map names for Antarctic. I know 2 of them, Sub-Levels, which we just watched, and Icebreaker.
And this is Labs.
Labs, that's the one. Oh, well, now I know them, Joker. And we got some pretty compelling looks from both of these teams on sub-level. Labs is going to open up a little bit. You see the comps changing. Baldiff is going to be on the Sigma, DPS Diff on the Bastion, and Firelord on the Baptiste. So you're looking at a ton of burst damage potential. If we look at a value of a graph of value over time, this composition that West Branch is running has some very steep peaks, but also some very low lows compared to the consistency that we've gotten to see so far from Fork, Physics, and Hello there. Let's see if Central Cambria can keep up, but West Branch, honestly, this might be their map to win and send us into the 3rd round of Antarctic on Icebreaker.
It really could. I'm interested to see. We still haven't seen a Ramatri yet. That is kind of interesting because I feel like, right now. That is the be end all be all tank, I would say, right at the moment. But DPS Diff is going to be finding Fork at the moment with the Bastion pick, and it's going to be really difficult to run this Doomfist into the Bastion that DPS Diff has brought out here. But they haven't found any more picks off the back of it, and they're getting a lot of chunk damage coming in from the rest, for at least from the DPS here. But in the end, Hello there is going to go down. They outran the damage that is outputted by DPS is no longer there, though Physics is able to find those shots continuously with those Hellfire Shotguns. But still, Right now, it's anyone's point, but oh, they could get the game slays out of here. The punch not going to land. Still, there's a chance that it could be turned into the favor of Central Cambria, especially if they can find this pick on to some priority target. They're rotating away from the point now, and Fork has pushed them back. Baldiff is going to try to get through, and there's the Amp Matrix, though, and just going to blow up Fork immediately. Pulse Bomb is going to get stuck, and Bayhule and DPS Diff are going to go down. Those trades go back immediately. There's the Gritted Fox. Mop heads down and out, and that should finally be West Branch taking control.
It's here that we're gonna get one of the Lord Ethan hot controversial nonsense kind of takes. You see how long that fight lasted, and between teams that are all so good, you're going to have long fights in this new version of Overwatch 2. So long, in fact, that we saw ultimates deployed from both sides, and we're going to see maybe 3 or 4 more emerge in this fight. I'd be surprised if both teams had ultimates left to spare after a team either secures or flips this control point.
Ooh, 2-3 picks coming in already from Central Cambria. And they did invest the Meteor Strike, but other than that, they're holding on to everything else. But so is West Branch. So this is still an interesting fight that'll going to be taking place right after this.
You know, West Branch was able to yield that pretty comfortably as well. You know, 35% on the board. They've got ultimates on standby. Their ultimate generation actually got a nerf in this Season 9 patch, and it doesn't look like it. Ultimates are actually being generated faster than ever before because of projectile size changes, letting you hit more shots, do a little bit more healing as well. Bork sitting here with an empowered punch, ready to start the fight, but you've got a ton of ultimates and an opening pick here on the side of West Branch.
Well, that Blossom's coming in, but it's eaten all up by Baldiff on the Sigma, but it might just not be enough with Hello There coming in with a Pulse Bomb, taking Bayhule out. So it's still just Central Cambria holding control of this point.
Central Cambria needs to stay in control of this objective, get this first map win out of the way really nice and quick. They've still got both support ultimates to count on to bail themselves out in case this next fight gets a little bit hairy. And looking at the ultimate economy for West Branch, it very well could be. You definitely want to watch out for any opening picks here on the side of West Branch. Losing Gary or Mophead here would be would probably mean a forfeit of the objective on the side of Central Cambria. Could they afford that? Yeah, but we'll see what this artillery config is able to do.
The artillery strikes coming in, and Mophead gets dropped right on the dome with it. Fork, though, is going to trade it back immediately. The Kiriko by Hule, and now Game Slays and Fire Lord out as the fight, as this is just not looking good. DPS Diff trying to turn it back, only finds Fork, but it's still all Central Cambria in the kill feed.
It is. Central Cambria doesn't end up letting go of that. Really, really nice discipline play. Fork and Physics realizing that, you know, the point wasn't the place to be, and they instead needed to chase kills onto the targets that mattered most. Really nice presence of mind, and they might actually win the round off of it. One last fight here from West Branch.
Yeah, as they come in, there's Kitsune Rush coming in from both of the Kirikos onto the fight. Game Slays has found Physics. Overtime bar is ticking away, though, so they've got to stay on the point here. Trades keep coming back and forth. Fork looking for the lines as Hello There's found 2. The supports are gone. Still, there's a chance to keep things going, but it looks more and more likely that Central Cambria are going to be our first map winners on stream for the 2024 Spring Series. DPS Diff has found Fork, though. The trades coming through, but Fork is, oh no, they get off the point. They needed the health pack as Central Cambria takes the map and starts the series off 1-0.
Really strong start from Central Cambria, and it's on a look that we know all too well. A reminder to us that that Overwatch is very different, but at the end of the day, it might very well be the same kind of game. I really like seeing Fork come alive on the Doomfist. I mentioned earlier, yeah, that character is really bugged. So frustratingly so, especially considering he's a really fun character to play. Actually, as a career Doomfist hater, I think I'm a good source to trust when I say Doomfist is actually a lot of fun. I've historically really disliked him, especially when he was on the DPS role, but you know, mobility is really the name of the game for Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Joker, which is why the patch 9 changes are a little bit funny to me. I thought we were going to end up getting a faster game, but as we can see by Antarctic Peninsula, these teams they're really adept at identifying how to play around each other, how to live a little bit longer around each other, or sometimes how to get a shorter time to kill on different targets. And by the way, that target that you're looking at as a team, you know, it takes 5 of us to kill 1 of them, which is a good discipline to have in this game. You know, those targets are always changing, partially because of that mobility. Oh, you know, run after Firelord X on the carry. They're doing so much on that support line, but they can just TP themselves right out of danger, right? And then you have to move on to a new target, and that kind of flexibility and the adaptability, the fact that, you know, Central Cambria can lock down a target and then switch on a dime is a really impressive thing, and it really shows how much time the team has been putting into their practices and making sure that well, that they're playing like a team. You know, this isn't solo queue ranked, Joker.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how these two teams decide to play Dorado here, as we have already loaded into the game. And interestingly enough, again, we're not seeing Ramontra here.
No. It's interesting as well that we don't see any, we don't really see any vertical mobility coming out from the side of Central Cambria. They're starting on the defense, so maybe they don't need the vertical mobility. They, you know, they'll already be in the position of getting to those high ground areas to control the map here. But you know, as soon as Fork gets knocked down or drops, you know, it's a little bit of a walk back to the steps. And so this is where you typically see the Winston Diva, and it is going to be a Winston that we see on the side of West Branch, but that's also one of the only dive components here. So it's very curious. This is map point, Joker. If Central Cambria, wins this, then the series will be over for this debut match on Stream 1 for the Spring Series. But I'm really looking forward to seeing West Branch control the map and push us into the push game mode. I want to see New Queen Street today.
Yeah, if anything tells us of how if the grand finals tells us of how this match is going to end up, we are going to be seeing New Queen Street. But it is all dependent on how they can deal with this defense that Central Cambria is bringing out here. Is Baldiff's making a swap to Roadhog? Huh?
Very interesting. You know, I actually... the ball diff and DPS diff, the West Branch doubters can sit down after the last season, and I'm not going to be one of the doubters. So I'm going to trust the ball diff Roadhog here. Going for the hooks, not finding anything quite yet, but it looks like ball diff might end up working their way onto these stairs, which I absolutely love. I love pathing up to this high ground and saying, oh, you guys want to control this space? I'm going to be up here, and I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult for you too.
Yeah, it's just really interesting because, again, Fork is still very good on this Orisa, and it's just pretty much, oh, well, a nice hook does come through, but again, while you're focusing down them, Hello there in the game has already found the game, Slay is out of the fight, and they're still trying to fight it out, but there's the hammer kill. Oof, unlucky, comes in, DPS get taken down by Physics.
Got him. I really liked the discipline from Fork there as well. You know, they kind of engaged ball diff over here, and now the rest of Central Cambria is giving their attention to this space. But Fork knows exactly when they're overstepping their bounds, and fortunately they've got the team here to make sure that this isn't an overextension, able to secure that area, continue holding this first point high ground space. Dorado's an incredibly challenging map to play for the attackers, and so we're going to start to get to see some creative solutions emerge from them. But here's the thing, Joker. They're going to be walking into 5 ultimates from a high ground position on Dorado. Do they get to win this?
Yeah, as I think they desperately do. They're still on this Roadhog, which has not really found anything quite just yet, as the rotation is going to come in. Hook does come through, but it still have not found out the pick on it to Mophead. They are still somehow alive, finally going to go down. Finally, the picks come the way of West Branch, but the res is there, Physics is back. Still, they have an opportunity, especially with this rally, to keep things going in the favor of West Branch, and that does seem to be the case with Baldiff finally taking down Fork.
Oh yeah, a really important push here that got made. What's really cool here for Central Cambria is that, you know, they honestly didn't spend too much. They wanted to win the fight. 3 ultimates cost, and you know, life happens. Sometimes you don't win that fight where you sink 3 ults. You've still got the window visor combo, but you're not going to be able to use it for this first point defense.
Yeah, as now they come in. Yeah, the visor is there from Hello There, and it's just not going to find anything. They're just running for the hills now when the point is taken. Jedi did come through from DPS diff as well, but only perhaps to reload, it would seem, because there's no picks coming through and no damage coming out as well. As now they're trying to push forward as Baldiff very low. Going to get the healing from the Take a Breather. Hook does not find a good person at the moment, but backing up is Central Cambria for the time being. But now with the Kitsune Rush coming in from Firelord, this is all signs to go for West Branch to force back Central Cambria even more, especially if you can find a pick. But Fork is still frontlining very hard, especially with now the Immortality field available. It's now gone. Game Slays has found Hello There, and they keep on pushing back. Rez comes through. Terra Surge is there. Can they find the damage? The Game Slays goes down, and Physics is found by Hule. Still, trades keep coming back, but it looks more and more likely that Central Cambria are able to hold on yet again.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Central Cambria, and you know they've still sat on that window. Mophead holding that for Hello There's next tactical visor with Gary, and the damage amplification. Actually, Gary and Hello There both end up rapidly generating their ultimates. Hello There had actually used the visor after the last Valkyrie that we had seen, so really nice pace as far as ultimates here on both sides. You're still gonna have to watch out for the Game Slays and their overclock, but they don't have a high ground position to really use it from, so it's very challenging once again for the attackers here on Dorado. Ooh, that was a gutsy slide up. I love that.
Yeah, as DPS diff has made the swap over to the Genji now. Still, he's got to change. DPS diff, though, has found Fork out of the fight. That's a huge, and a nice hook comes through. Rez is there on the Fork, but they've already lost so many, and they're losing more. His Central Cambria has a nice hook yet again coming in. Yeah, and who said you could leave? It's like the get over here in the Arkham games with the grapple gun right there. Oh, good stuff from Baldiff.
I was thinking back to my school days, back in the early 18th century. The bell doesn't dismiss you, I do, and that's what we got to see from Baldiff. I'm so old. This payload has been pushed all the way to third point by West Branch, 2.5 minutes in the time bank. There's actually a really good opportunity for them to finish then. The map starts to level out a little bit as far as the egregious disparity between high ground and low ground. We'll get to see the Terra Surge come out here. Hits 2.
Yeah, it finds 2, and that's just going to shut down the full push from West Branch for now.
It doesn't shut down the whole round, though. It doesn't secure them the defense, Joker, though. So, my question is, Central Cambria need to hold on to this. How are they going to do so? They haven't. They don't need to come with a window visor. We haven't seen them do that. And a lot of these attacks have really just been from one angle. They seem one-dimensional to me. And I think that West Branch is really playing their angles really well. They've got a couple of different approaches that they can take to dismantling this high ground.
Yeah, as now the rotation. Oh, and actually Baldiff has made the swap over to the Junker Queen. Something we've seen in the APAC region of OWCS now, which is a pretty interesting place to take advice from. But DPS diff is going to be able to find the pick on a Mophead and forcing the rest of the team back because of it.
I really like West Branch's push here. They've got a minute, so not really too much time to capture, but they're building little advantages that they can stack up and then cash in all at once.
As the Amp Matrix comes through, Immortality Field is there as well. The Amp Matrix is just forcing people back for the moment. Physics is going to go low, but going to get out for the time being. The healing is there from Gary. As now this is getting close to this Terra Surge, and the Tactical Advisor out as well. And the rally might be a little too late to save the rest of their team, and it is, as DPS diff is gone as well. Now Firelord falls down, and Baihule is quickly afterwards, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, what a fantastic visor from Hello There. I think really that's like the visor from them here in this round so far. And it's so important to put a dent in that push here from West Branch, especially with 20 seconds remaining. Baldiff will be coming up on the Rampage, and that's going to be the saving grace of this push. There's no cleansing here on the side of Central Cambria, none that are available. So just a solid push up to this high ground, a touch of the objective.
Yeah, they might be able to with Baldiff finding Physics out, but they need to find a pick, and Fork has the Seris Surge. There's a nice play, though. A huge Rampage coming in Now with the Terror Surge, though, might just shut it all down, and it is going to be the fact as Fork comes in clutch yet again for Central Cambria as the overtime bar ticks away.
Yeah, Fork's tanking is it's so laudable. Really, all of the competitors, anyone who's watched us cast Joker knows that, that all of these 10 players have number 1 and 2 fans, and I mean obviously that'd be you and me. But really nice level-headed tank gameplay from Fork. I praise their presence of mind on their first point defense, on the Orisa pushing the hog down, and then knowing, you know, okay, probably have to get back up to my defensive position, can't overstay my welcome, and then there just, you know, staying true to the ways of the Orisa, which is just make the game less fun for all of the enemy team, right? So really pleased with the defense from Central Cambria, but now we got to see their push. And like I've asserted, it's a difficult challenge to push all the way up to that last point if you are attacking on this map. So it's possible that we get to see West Branch get a hold of the second objective, or maybe even full hold first point. There's Baldiff on the Ramatra. We've wanted to see it. I've wanted to see it. I'm a big Ramatra enjoyer. And but my question would be, you know, how long are these poke phases lasting before you bring out the arms and start punching? And who are you going to punch on? Look at the composition for Central Cambria, Joker. If I'm playing Ramatra into this, I'm actually swapping.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you
not
there.
Fun to play against.
It really is if Baldiff can land those Ravenous Vortexes. But hello there on the new updated Pharah. If you could see there in the bottom right of your screen, they have changed Pharah's kit a little bit now. You can get a propelling shot, I believe is what it's, I don't know what it's actually called. You can propel yourself in one direction, I believe is what it is. But hey, right now it's working for Central Cambria as they found the game slays out already, and they're forcing them back now. The punch comes in from Fork, but not going to be able to find anyone with the slam as DPS Diff has found out physics. So they still have a chance, but a nice shot coming in. Firelord takes one to the dome, and that should be Central Cambria's first fight win.
Joker, you know me, I would love to take up at least 8 color caster blocks to break down the genius of the composition that Central Cambria is running, and perhaps the ways that Central Cambria could resist it as well. But I'll spare us of the tedium and just, you know, let us know that Central Cambria is winning because they have the opportunity for each of the 5 of them to be a massive threat and worthy of the attention from West Branch. But for West Branch to pay attention to any one threat, they have to ignore all of the others, and they just end up crumbling. We'll have to see compositional changes from West Branch in order for them to stabilize, not because they can't play their comp better, but just because Central Cambria's comp is going to have a much easier time of taking the matchups that they want to and controlling the map the way that they need to.
Oh, Fork is so dangerously low, but going in nonetheless with a Meteor Strike. As they're gonna go in, finds only the Immortality Field, but hello there behind, gonna use the barrage on top of them all, finds 2, and Central Cambria continue to hold on and keep pushing forward. Hello there with these shots, continuously finding direct after direct, and just destroying any hope and prayer of the defense of West Branch.
I mean, you guys got to see some spectacular Pharah gameplay right there from Hello there, but what I got to see was raw hours put into that hero and definitely some aim training sessions for sure. Really nicely played from Central Cambria, nicely calmed as well. The fact that Hello there knew exactly when they could jump out and not a moment too late, not a moment too soon, and because of it, Central Cambria is making really great pace on the second objective, but this is really where West Branch wants to stop them. This is where the stymie needs to start to make sure that West Branch doesn't lose this map without the opportunity to slow Cambria down.
No, and the game slays goes down. A nice hook does come through on the Fork, but now they have a chance to go in with a Kitsune rush. Bob's there as well from DPS Diff. They have fallen down, but they are able to get the Bob out, and physics is going to go down because they were just focusing on the Bob, and that should, yeah, it's going to help West Branch solidify their hold for the moment, but they're still hello there looking for something. They've got an opportunity to barrage if they can. They're able to get away for the time being.
No staggering and scrims, guys. This is a match. So actually, yeah, staggering hello there would have been really nice, but ultimately, it's a luxury that West Branch can't chase because they would lose the opportunity to really get a nice hold. And that's what they did in the last fight, but it was costly. Lots of ultimates expended from them. Central Campus coming into this with 4 ults.
Yeah, they are indeed. As now they are just going to try to take... Oh my goodness, what a great play already. And Physics has found 2 with the Dragon Blade. And the meanwhile, and that's just going to be that yet again. Just some crazy team play coming in from the Central Cambria squad.
Yeah. Oh, and Central Cambria is making some breakneck pace here. They didn't have to use every single ultimate that they had as well. Although there is rearing to use this barrage on a Hapless. The game slays, walking out, didn't take new spawn, and so is going to get punished as a result. No lamp from Firelord either to keep the rest of the team immortal.
Yeah, the rally is going to be invested, though, by Hule to come back and try to take space back away from Central Cambria. It seems to be doing their justice, but they're now down to last fight territory. The barrage comes through, and that's just going to be it, with the picks coming the way of Central Cambria. Oh, they still have Voldiff on the point, and it could change drastically, but they've got to find more, and that's just not going to happen in this time as Central Cambria take the map and the series and start their spring series with a 2-0 against the defending champs of West Branch.
I missed. Oh man. It's a little too early in the season, Joker, to get sappy. But I missed both of these teams. I missed all of the TEC teams. I'm really excited for some of the new ones that we'll get to see today, and perhaps some new iterations of some rosters that we've already been familiar with before. But for West Branch and Central Cambria to re-emerge with all of the 10 players that I've come to respect so much, it was a big deal today to get to watch this rematch. And yeah, Central Cambria gets to win at 2-0. They've had fantastic adjustments to the Season 9 changes. And West Branch, you know, it looks like they struggled at times, but I don't think that they lost to themselves, right? And that's an important thing to understand is, you know, those are always the losses that you're like, okay, yeah, you know, we didn't really like losing that one. This was a loss for West Branch that they could say, okay, this is what Central Cambria is doing. This is how we can think about it. This is how we can operate around it. And this is how we can play the compositions that we want to a little bit better against them. I also think that map pool was a little bit against West Branch this week. Definitely favored more Central Cambria with that Dorado pick in there, and definitely with the New Queen Street map. I think that West Branch would have looked best on New Queen Street, but I think that New Queen Street still favors Central Cambria's playstyle. So it was honestly a tough matchup for West Branch, and I'm really, really pleased with how they held their heads up.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I'm very excited to see. Again, these are probably going to be, unless obviously there is some drastic changes from the rest of the teams. And we do have some new teams as well. So there could be some wild cards in it. But you'd have to expect these are the 2 favorites to come back and play in the Spring Series Finals. As of right now. So, I mean, it's a good start for Central Cambria. They're looking to get their revenge arc started, and they started off strong as they take the 2-0. We are going to head to a break before our next match, so don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss more TEC action right after this.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the pick, again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow. Just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that do support hero Alari for Sunrise.
long, and they're essentially down to take plus 4, 16. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight on the toes. Like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Trying to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the Shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Go with the pancakes. About to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
Amazing value.
Team killed combo with Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it more. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself. And rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
Oh, the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
Oh,
There you go. It takes so much to get rid of Crasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all! Paradox Egg with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this...
Engagement. You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the crowd's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, hello there, finding. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
The self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're reporting something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tank. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that do support your Alari for Sunrise.
Opposition defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take plus 460. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight out of Tony. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Touch tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
But Tank is down. As a Sigma player, there's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, guys!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Odin Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regained their
You'll find some amazing value.
Team killed combo with Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My
fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually you focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the Death Blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all! Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this...
Engagement. You've lost EBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBSF's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're reporting something.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the TEC High School Series Spring 2024 matchup between Portage, a new school coming into this TEC series, and then Chartiers Houston, an old returning school who is looking for a better result in this series, in the spring series.
Chartiers Houston is another one of my favorites. Actually, I'm a big fan. I think that's a poorly kept secret. In fact, not just because I'm a Dallas resident and they have Houston in the name. But really excited to see what Chartiers Houston the challenges that they pose to a team who is debuting here. We don't have starting roster graphics, but I want to just shout out a couple of names real quick as we take a look here at Antarctic Peninsula. Going to be our first map of this series, first map of all 4 that we're going to be watching. And so here representing Chartiers Houston, of course, we have Colteon, Fizzy, Glyph, and Triple Chin with Mushida Heat. I think Fizzy and Glyph are actually new names to me, perhaps. Meanwhile, on the side of Portage, which again is that new school, please give a warm TEC High School Series Overwatch Division 1 welcome, guys, to Secret Nano, Frozen Slurp, Reaper, Blonde Gamer, and Six Paths. Super excited to see what they show us today.
So I'm currently disappointed with Portage. Reaper's playing Cassidy, and Blonde Gamer is playing Reaper.
Yeah,
who, again, is not blonde. Yeah, it's a full disconnect, but hey, I'm really liking this composition that they're walking out on the 6-path on this Wrecking Ball. But again, it's going to be hard to get that value with the Orisa that is being played on the side of Chartiers Houston. As Triple Chin's already found out a pick, and Colteon as well coming in clutch already. Chartiers Houston starting off strong. A nice javelin throw from downtown from Triple Chin as well. Taking down a Frozen Slurp there with the help of
Chartiers Houston. They're playing really well right now. And it's a great start to that fight. I like their composition. It's a little bit low healing, but hey, you don't need healing if everything is dead, right? And Triple Chin on this Orisa, I'm actually going to end up really enjoying. Orisa is one of those characters that that I've been playing a little bit of in Season 9, so I like seeing a little bit of representation from the horse.
Yeah, I've been kind of just solo queuing Ramatra, but yeah. Right now, a pick on a clip is huge, but if Rez is going to be there from Mushida Heat to keep things going their way, but a nice headshot comes through from Reaper. And again, something we haven't really talked about is the change in the hitboxes as well, but we can talk about that a little bit later because there's still a fight going on. Glyphic is going to find out Reaper there, so it still looks like Chartiers Houston is going to keep on going their way. Triple Chin is still just taking all their taking every space that is just given to them by Portage right now.
Yeah, Portage is going to have a hard time really finding their way into this objective from this main angle, right? You've got all 5 members of Chartiers Houston looking at this area, and there's a Terror Surge coming out as well.
Yeah, Terror Surge is out. Blonde Gamer has the Death Blossom as well if necessary. Fizzy's going to be using their Tactical Visor into the Kitsune Rush of Frozen Slurp, as things are not looking good right now. Up to 81% for Chartiers Houston. Death Blossom for the back, though. Going to find another wick on the Colteon as they still have an opportunity to hold on. Mushida Heat's still there on the point, looking for some damage to come through and going to be able to connect on to the Orisa. But still, it looks like they've got an opportunity with the respawns coming into their favor, as Portage is going to be able to take their first capture percentage of their TEC High School Series debut.
Yeah, they slingshot back into it, play a little bit of a long game, and let Chartiers Houston eventually bleed out a little bit. They didn't have to use every single one of their ultimate. Secret Nano 6 Pass going to be having the sound barrier and the minefield into this next fight. And know that there's some pretty awesome defensive and offensive utilities to help them maintain a little bit longer control of this objective. They're still in an uphill battle, but I think that they might be able to win this fight.
Yeah, definitely. Is there the minefield is coming out? And wow, Mushida Heat and Fizzy taken down already. A nice slam comes through as well. Not going to be taking Glyphic out, but still, it's there. And nonetheless, the 6 pass, hoping keep Portage into this fight so far.
Yeah, this is going to be what really helps Portage feel a little bit stronger on this map is having control of this objective means that they don't have to just filter down that one again main straight angle here. They can come in from the side. They can obviously Secret Nano and Sixpass can roll out from the top high ground so that you just play around the discords from Colteon because Colteon in that discord is so much damage, especially now with this comp.
Yeah, Mauga coming out again, not as good as it once was, but still can be good nonetheless, as Reaper is going to be taken down already with Fizzy on the Junkrat, finding out Blonde Gamer, and that might just be the round going the way of Chartiers Houston with a point flipping their way. Secret Nano looking for the pick, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. The artillery strike finding them out. The picks keep going the ways of Chartiers Houston. The respawns are trying to get there, but in the end, they are not able to touch. It's round one goes to Chartiers Houston.
I actually really liked the adjustments that we saw from Chartiers, and the Mauga was pretty funny to me. I mean, he's just a big guy that wants to have fun. What can I say except, I don't know. Watch out for Disney now.
Yeah,
don't want to come after me.
You're gonna sue us. Why would you do that?
No, it's over. I've ended TEC. It was a nice ride, thanks. They're gonna stay on the Mauga too. I kind of respect that. I think he's a little bit of a sleeper. I don't think he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely not quite Moira status, which everyone's talking about how good Moira is. She's
so
fine,
good,
guys. She's fine.
So good. Moira Rush, come on.
That's it. She's fine.
Moira Rush is great. What are you talking about, Mr. Lord Thiethan?
In low masters, yeah.
Literally, it was being ran in APEC.
Baptiste is the best character who have ever been released.
OWCS North Korea. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Oh, they aren't playing Overwatch.
They're not playing Overwatch. I'm so sorry for saying that. No, OWCS Korea has been playing Moira Rush with Echo and Junker Queen.
I really like Echo.
But right now, Reaper's on the side with the Peacekeeper looking for the players coming in there. That is Triple Chin though, gonna be finding Frozen Slart out of the fight, and now they still have an opportunity to keep things going as Reaper's just being kept unchecked in the backline with the Peacekeeper just finding all these shots onto the opposition, and there's still just no one's looking at the Cassidy. Why is no one looking at Reaper? Colteon is going to be able to take down Blonde Gamer, so they still might not even need to look at him because they still keep finding the picks in their favor. But right now, yeah, the Souza did come in, and it's finally someone take a look, and the kick comes through. And I believe that was also buff.
So silly.
Yeah,
I did get buffed from Season 9.
So now it looks like in the meanwhile, Chartiers Houston are going to be able to take the capture of the point.
They also gave Zenyatta's kick a custom icon in the kill.
Yeah, which is thank God, because I mean it was stupid. I mean it gave you the punch icon for kicking someone. It was stupid. You punch someone, you kick someone, and they give you the punch.
The game is saved, and honestly, you know what actually kind of helps save Cassidy is the hit scan, or I'm sorry, the projectile size increase. Reaper looks fantastic hitting these shots right now, but definitely part of what was helping them is just the shots for Cassidy's Peacekeeper just got a little bit bigger, and it helps these Cassidy players look really good.
Don't look at the Mercy clips from when Season 9 dropped.
Those are horrible. Those homing rockets. That's what Mercy shoots from the last one.
All right, now the Death Boss, or sorry, the Dada is going to come through as they are going to be able to take Mushida Hate, but now with the cage match coming online, this should lock things up. But hey, Sixpass made the swap over to the Mauga as well, but they are going to be deleted and taken care of as Chartiers Houston continue their hold of the point on Icebreak.
Okay, I'll say it. Sixpass, I'm already a fan. I like them mirroring the Mauga. That is a lot of guts, and honestly, starting on the ball, I'm absolutely a huge fan. Joker, you and I have talked a little bit about how ball is actually playable right now as well. Here's the problem for me: Sixpass can't mirror the Mauga, not when they're going up against Colteon Zen and Mushida Heat, who's helping Fizzy amplify every single bit of damage.
You asked
it's gonna be so hard.
Yeah, you have to run the Orisa or the Sigma, I would have to say, just to mitigate the damage. But hey, they're working Six Path is making it work with the help of the Kitsune Rush, and now they're able to build up these ultimates for the remaining member of these fights, but they need to find these picks here if you are Portage to keep a hold and get some progress before it gets up to 99%, but that does not seem to be the case, as Triple Chin is still alive and dealing damage finally with the Fan the Hammer gonna come in and help take down Triple Chin, and finally the capture gonna be going the way, maybe not, with the Death Dragon Blade, I'm sorry, coming in. They are gonna find a pick, but unfortunately investing the cage match there is Six Paths, as they would have had it for the later fight, but hey, they are still going to be able to hold on to this point.
No. Here's what I really like about that. And oh boy, my producer saw it actually. I stood up and sat back down behind my monitor because doubters can sit down. Six Paths doubters can sit down. There were no supports up for for Portage right there. So Six Paths and Blonde and Reaper all would have died had the Six Paths not dropped the cage to block all of the damage. It's a barrier. So they gave them a safe place. Like you mentioned, it's not going to help them here in this fight. There's a lot of picks going both sides. Ultimately, it's a 1v2. You know, the objective for Fizzy?
Gonna be, yeah, Portage is gonna hold on to this. They have Frozen Slurp still there, getting the healing onto Blonde Gamer, but if they find a late pick on this, or early pick for whatever way you want to talk about it, that would be huge for a re-entry for Chartiers, but not gonna happen right now.
No, they have to back up, reset. There's ultimates that have been kind of cast out, and so now you want to just kind of take a clean fight here. Watch out for the Blossom.
Yes, now they come into this fight. Reaper is already going to find Fizzy in the fight here now. Things are looking better and better for this Portage squad, especially if they can continue this hold going. The Mercy's going to be found out, but a nice headshot coming in from Reaper on the side, and still the hold keeps going. It's building up closer and closer to tying this series up.
Really impressive stuff here from Portage. We might actually get sent into a third map here for the first time today on Antarctic Peninsula. Only one way to find out, and that's by letting this play out. But there's one more fight. Fizzy coming into this with a tactical visor, but Secret Nano has been sitting patiently on the sound barrier. It's going to be both of those ults are going to be big in this fight.
Yeah, as now they come in, Fizzy is going to find Reaper out of the fight, but there's the sound barrier coming through, and it looks like, yeah, the picks just keep coming the way of Portage. The Reptile are going to try to come out, but it's just going to get blown up immediately. No one's going to be able to go down, and the picks keep coming through from Portage as it's going to be going to round number 3.
All right, Portage. I'm really happy with how this has gone so far. 3 rounds of Antarctic Peninsula. Let's hope that that's maybe a sneak preview into the series as a whole, that we get to see 3 maps played today. But it depends. This map is so winnable here for both sides, and honestly, a lead in the series early on is going to be very impactful. For Portage in particular, I think it's a big deal if they can take this first map, because we get to go to Dorado next, and that actually might favor a little bit more that ball composition that they were looking to run on labs. Now here on sub-level, you kind of have to play into the brawl now. You're locked into this composition, the Maga mirror against the Zen and the perma-pocketed Soldier Bastion. Six Paths might not have a lot of fun, but we saw in the last sub-map that, you know, off the back of their sacrifice, Portage can find victory. And maybe this is what will happen here, and then we can go to Dorado, they can play their dive comp and win the series 2-0. But for Chartiers Houston, I'm not counting them out yet. Coltion has been killing it with the Discord applications. I really love Glyph's flexibility, and we just need to see some really big ults come out from Machida and Fizzy for them to pretty decisively win this.
Six Paths is getting super low. Blonde Gamer is going to be taken down, and that's just a quick opening from Chartiers Houston there to stop looking to come in. We're not going to be able to find anything, but still, it's just going to be helping. In the end, Chartiers Houston starts off round number 3 with the first point capture.
Yeah, really good stuff. A clean fight from them, and a really nice stagger elimination there onto Reaper as well, who's going to be coming out, still rolling on the cast, which I'm a big fan of. The damage has been so consistent from them, and it's even going to be amplified a little bit by Frozen Slurp now on the Zenyatta. It means that Six Paths has to be even more careful about the damage that they're willing to take, but it means that the utility, the damage, is going to be huge here from Portage, and they've got a big opening pick.
Yeah, they find Glyph already out of the fight, which is huge. Now they can go in without that damage that can come through, but again, they are going to be able to find a pick on the Blonde Gamer, but Reaper in the back, just a fan, the hammer, going to be able to take down Mushida Heat and help open things up right back into the favor of Portage.
I'm still kind of salty that Reaper isn't on the Reaper guy, who's my favorite.
Yeah.
Comes equipped with those 2 shotguns that can
Comes in
take
from
down.
the side.
Yeah, okay, we all know the process seems. No ultimate's going to be available on either side yet. This is just good, clean map control. But look at this position here from Portage, playing the low ground. What's the plan? Is it to have the high ground as natural cover? Because you're about to lose Reaper. Oh, the Reaper still trades.
Yeah, Reaper trades. Fizzy goes down, and they do lose Blonde Gamer, though, but Reaper's still trading and finding more picks. 3 picks coming in the way of Reaper. Is now they can still try to push forward, but the artillery strike is going to come in from Glyphic, and it is going to find Reaper, and Triple Chin finds with a slam onto Secret Nano. This is still an opportunity for the side of Chartiers Houston, but well, no longer with 6 pass finding those 2 picks in their favor and keeps the hold going. They're building up to 50% now.
It might have been that opportunity might have been a little bit shirked there from Chartiers Houston. They have another shot to come into this with a couple of ultimates. I did actually really like the artillery config that we had seen from Glyph as well. I felt like that was nice, proactive. Ultimately, you're just not able to get enough damage onto 6-pass Maga. And coming into this next fight, you have 2 defensive ultimates that you have to burn through here, Houston.
Transcendence comes in. Cage fight is active. And now, well, neither of these teams have found a pick quite just yet, but Fizzy finally finds a pick. The Reaper finds a pick with the Deadeye, but it's just not going to be enough as Chartiers Houston comes climbing back with a decisive fight victory.
As a coach, I'd love to get my hands on this replay code and just like take a look at that ultimate exchange and see how it all boils down. From both teams, that's not quite how I would have played it, but I really liked that both teams played it that way. A big thing for me right now in Overwatch is cutting no costs. If there is a fight to win, you have to do everything that it takes to actually win it. And so that's why I really respect both of these teams so far in this debut match of the season. Is you know, they aren't afraid to take risks there. Now maybe the double peak there from Coltion is just a little bit too risky, but again, you know, if it means getting an additional Discord application, squeezing out a little bit more damage, I think you have to think about taking those.
Yeah, definitely is. Now 6-path is going to come in. Death Blossom is available from the back, coming in. The picks come through. 2 go down as the Death Blossom. The trade still are there. Triple Chin has found Reaper out with a Kitsune Rush in the favor of Chartiers Houston. This could definitely stay in their favor, but Triple Chin is so low. Going to go down. Secret Nano finds 2 and flips the point back into the favor with the help of Blonde Gamer, but Secret Nano finds the 3 kills.
This last team fight territory, Mushida is now on the Mercy. Fizzy can run back out on the Soldier 76 with the tactical visor, but you need to see a touch here from Glyph first, who is not quite discorded, but very well could be. Already gone though.
Yeah, Glyphic is gone. Reaper is still in the back looking for these shots. The tactical visor, comes in there from Fizzy, but there's just not finding enough picks with the sound barrier now coming in from Secret Nano. This should end things off in the favor of Portage. The overtime bar ticks away. Deadeye in celebration. Portage find their first map victory in the TEC High School Series.
First map win of the first series that we've actually gotten to see them here, and you know, odds are is that the team plays elsewhere, PIEA or maybe, you know, some other grassroots tournaments. But you know, ultimately at the end of the day, Joker, I just care. The only thing I care about is what we get to see here, what we're blessed to see here on the TEC main channel, and so really nice stuff from Portage. Now, again, I want to say I have missed Chartiers Houston a lot. Triple Chin on the tank has never stopped being fun to watch, and as a Zen enjoyer myself, I'm a huge fan of what Coltion is trying to make happen in the roster. So heading into Dorado, it's very possible that we see yet another very close matchup between both of these teams, because that was close. But there's also, and I don't want to cast or curse anything, so maybe I should just not say anything. I think that's what I'm going to do. To you,
all right,
Joker.
don't say anything. I'm going to say that Control is the outlier, and things are going to be a little bit more open now going into Dorado, and I do like the look that we saw earlier from Portage with the Wrecking Ball. And I assume that I could make an assumption that that could be coming back out. But obviously we don't know quite just yet because we are still just loading into the game. And then we will see. I mean, if my hunch is right, are we going to be seeing that Wrecking Ball yet again? From Six Path? Oh my goodness, I've already forgotten their name. I'm so sorry. Six Paths. I will remember your name by the end of the season. I promise. That's a promise. It's a first time for everything.
I can make no such promises. Joker actually knows it. Like, if I'm gone from TEC for a week, I show up the week after, and I've completely lost all of the details.
We'll watch Winber the next week, and he's like, "Who's this Mr. Gary guy?"
Who's the Gary guy?
Never heard of him in my life.
So Six Paths, I promise, I probably won't remember the name, but the gameplay from all of our TEC contenders, it always sticks with me. I always see the little bits and pieces, the details. I've watched so many different players' styles over so many years, and I gotta say, it never stops amazing me how unique everyone is when it comes to the game. Speaking of unique, these compositions, Joker, I'd actually rather not break these down. That's all you.
Yeah, it is now.
This is scrappy.
Yeah, it really is, and Triple Chin's already been found out here. The res is going to be there, getting him back into the fight, though, but it's just already boding poorly for the side of CHHS Houston, with Coltion falling down as well. The hack onto Six Paths is nice. They need to get the damage onto him, but that's just not going to be the case. Glyphic, though, has found Reaper, but not in the end, not going to find anything more, however.
Does Coltion die there to damage over time? Or I'm sorry, Frozen Slurp died there to damage over time. No, but I do really like Fizzy on the Sombra. She is a point of contention right now. Some think she's pretty good, some think she's very bad, but I think that Fizzy here on this high ground and just able to do a little bit of constant disruption here. They're already getting pretty close to EMP as well, which will really help to open up this corner. That's a really good character.
So close. The sound barrier is just a little bit late to save Six Paths, who falls down after Triple Chin has made the swap over to the Orisa, as now things are fully opening up for the CHHS Houston squad. Maybe not. Coltion is going to go down, but now Upline Gamer is going to pay for that pick with their life, and so is Secret Nano, it would seem, unless they can get out.
I really like, I mean, I said this in the last series, but, you know, I kind of like the Orisa right now. I like Triple Chin on Orisa, and as well, the Orisa gives an element of stability to CHHS Houston composition. There's an opportunity to pick Reaper here and get an early fight stagger. Yeah, CHHS is capitalizing.
Oh! Maybe not, as Coltion goes down and the res is burned because of it. Now they're getting the healing through the orb, healing orb from the Zenyatta, but you're gonna go down to the nice grenade, EMP and the Terror Surge just come out, and it is gonna help them in the end. But I think it was just kind of a lot of ult stacking there. They didn't really need all those ults to win that fight.
No, probably not. But again, you know, on the theme of cutting no costs, I appreciate the fact that Houston is willing to just say, you know what, if we have to use 3, if we have to use 5, let's do it, as long as it means winning this objective. And what a harrowing first objective of Dorado can sometimes be. So opening up the map to second objective is a really nice thing here for CHHS to accomplish. But you're onto something, Joker. They're gonna have to worry about how to mitigate or how to outlast all of these ults that we see building from Portage.
Spawn Gamers found one with the Death Blossom to start it off. The Transcendence is going to be used by Frozen Slurp as well to keep things going their way. But right now, Glyphic's on the side trying to take some damage down. But right now, it still might be enough to hold things out for Portage at the moment.
I gotta say, that timing from Portage actually makes things possibly a little bit easier here for CHHS Houston. They would have had to worry about 3, maybe 4 potential ultimates, but Portage being willing to expend 2 of those really early on is a big deal for CHHS. There's an opportunity to capitalize, so we see the cage to make sure that things stay stable around this corner.
Cage fight worked so well as well. They've got so many people in it. but the nano boost coming in, saving the life of Triple Chin, but it might not save the lives of many others. There's so many people low, and the damage just keeps going through and through. The picks keep coming in blue as Portage keeps things coming.
I love these holds that we get to see on this exact space on Dorado when teams get really comfortable with the Brawl, especially the Brawl mirrors and matchups. It reminds me of when Ramatra had first released, and a lot of teams were playing around this first corner of second point because you had the Annihilates that you would always mirror back when Zolt lasted forever. No forever ultimates there, just a really quick Terror Surge from Triple Chin to help secure 6 bats.
Yeah, as Coltion finds another one as well. Blonde Gamer goes down. And that's just going to have to be a full sale reset if you are Portage for the moment. Just got to back up. You cannot afford to lose Reaper here. Reaper's staying. Yeah, Reaper is going to go down here.
Oh. I was really hoping that was a Gojo moment. Nah, I win these from Reaper. They'll come back with the Deadeye, and that'll be really helpful for helping to secure this second point defense. But losing Frozen Slurp here is a dangerous thing.
It really is. This Frozen Slurp and Secret Nano now gone as well. 6 passes going to go down quite quickly afterwards. This might be a quick capture coming in for second point for CHHS Houston.
That's a big thing for CHHS Houston, and honestly, they've got 2 ults to make sure that that they win it. Love the Valk from Mushida Heat. I remember when I was. There's the Death Block.
Oh, Blonde Gamer!
Big.
No, it was too late though. They've already given up the point. But still, it is a nice way to start things off if you are the defense on this point 3. As Frozen Slurp takes down Triple Chin.
Yeah, I still kind of like the Death Blossom from Blonde Gamer, but that's because I'm a KDA player, so, you know, I look at that and I'm like, oh, I got 2 with my ult, you know, and I'm happy about that. So should Blonde Gamer be. This forward hold is a little bit tenuous. Yeah, Frozen Slurp gonna be on the receiving end of that harrowing position, and there's a really nice push here to be made by Houston.
Yeah, as another pick, Triple Chin goes down yet again. Glyphic is going to find Blonde Gamer, though, with this fight. But again, there's still just no changes coming in as their picks are going through. Deadeye finds 3! Huge from Reaper, holding things strong for Portage yet again. As they're going to be able to take down Glyphic, as Triple Chin is still very much healthy on the point here, though.
To the rest of the teams in TEC High School Spring Series, I challenge you to get a Cassidy player that I'm going to enjoy watching more than Reaper. He's so much fun to watch, and so is that barrage from Fizzy as well. The cage is let loose from 6 paths, but instantly has to go down. It just, again, you know, a little bit of a timing thing there from Portage, and you know, we'll get to see as the season progresses, the timing get cleaner and cleaner from all of our teams. But CHHS Houston is playing this really, really well right now, even if I do really want to continue watching Reaper kind of pop off here. But CHHS Houston, you know, they really need this this point win. After Antarctic Peninsula, it'd be really nice to push it all the way to the end on Dorado.
Yeah, as now Coltion is coming in, founds a pick on the Reaper. As they are going to look with the Nano Boost to try to force back players. At the moment, as Frozen Slurp is going to get found out, that was not looking good. As they are going to get hindered up for a moment, but the Artillery Strike's available, and it's going to be used here and now. Looking to take out the Sigma, but it's going to take Secret Nano down. Blonde Gamer gone as well. 40 seconds remaining, and things look good for the side of CHHS Houston, with the picks keep going their way. And finally, they capture. Oh, no, not quite just yet. Secret Nano still there. Terror Surge is going to be invested on the point. They are going to take all 3 points.
Marvelous stuff from CHHS Houston. You know, pushing with 25 seconds remaining in the bank on your attacking phase, it's definitely not the most comfortable position to be in. You know, you might have wanted a little bit more time, more than a minute perhaps, so that you get even a little bit of padding there. Actually, I think both teams get a little bit of padding if we see Portage push all the way to the end. But in order to get there, we got to see Portage push all the way to the end, right? How do they do that? They're running Maga. You got Lucio Zen. Timings on ultimates are, you know, just like I said, you know, not not anything horrible. They're just like a little bit off, right? And so there's some course corrections that Portage needs to make in order to close out this series rapidly. Although no one really wants that. We like playing Overwatch. We like watching Overwatch. You know, let's let Chartiers Houston take this map and then push us into, well, push and see how things go from there. At least for Chartiers Houston, the agenda is to win and get us there. For Portage, it would be to shut things down. And a ball comp on the attack with Lucio, Mercy, to be able to tether onto Reaper, chase them around, and Blonde Gamer as well, getting sped around by Secret Nano. This actually might be one of the comps. I think the kids these days are saying cooking. You know, I think Portage might be cooking a little bit here. And I'm really excited to see it as well.
No, I am as well. We'll see how this works for them. It is going to be a little bit difficult with Triple Chin on the Orisa to get them out of position, as the Wrecking Ball not going to be able to find a way through quite just yet, as now they are going to get the roll through, but a nice anti-nade does come through onto 6pass and gets the healing there onto the remaining members of Chartiers Houston, but Fizzy is already out of the fight. And that is huge for them as a nice boop. Yeah, like you said, coming in from 6pass there. And now it's just going to open things up immediately. As Triple Chin's the last remaining member of Chartiers Houston, really trying to fight that.
I almost wonder if Portage was able to win that, or rather, Chartiers Houston kind of loses that to themselves there. We talk about the high ground and how important it is on Dorado, and on Chartiers Houston's comp, they don't really need to be on the high ground, but you might also ask yourself, do they need to be on the low ground either? In either case, Chartiers Houston has guaranteed themselves with a close hold there that they get a second fight on first, and the value of such a thing cannot be understated. So I'm super excited to see how, on a more level playing field, the compositions end up working with each other. But you got to worry about 6pass in this minefield that they're going to have.
Yeah, as now they're nice. Yeah, another nice anti-nade coming in there from Colteon, but they got to be able to find the picks off the back of that, as Reaper on the high ground looking for the picks.
No, Reaper's in here.
Well, yeah, that too. But they are going to be able to come in there with the plays, as Triple Chin is looking to get some damage done with the swap over to Mauga. As now it's not going to be able to find anything, as Reaper has already found Fizzy out of the fight, and now the recall coming in trying to take down the Soldier 76 of Portage. They are going to be able to do so, but still, on the meanwhile, there is a fight taking place, and it looks like Portage have the advantage. Yeah, again, and a nice boop stops the res coming through. The 6pass is going to be able to hold on to this point and keep pushing forward for Portage because of it.
A couple of really good moments in there. Reaper's back engaged on 1v1 with Glyph, and we're struggling a little bit earlier. We saw ultimates deployed, really nice minefield there from 6pass. Ultimates still on both sides. No opportunity, I don't think, for Chartiers Houston to get a contest here. At least not the contest that they will want to be able to expend these ultimates. So Portage gets to capture that first objective. 4 minutes in the time bank remaining. 3 ultimates in the bank as well, and they're feeling pretty comfortable pushing around this next corner. If Chartiers Houston continues to opt for these close fights, they just have to be ready to play those angles really well, and hard to do so when you got the tactical visor burning through your supports.
Yeah, tactical visor is just doing so much work there for Portage from Reaper, and they've already opened up the point, and they're going to keep opening it up with all these picks coming through from the late fight. Especially if they can find this pick late onto Fizzy, who's so low now, just running for some healing. But there is a chance to get caught out, as 6pass is there looking to find the damage, but no, they're going to be saved by Triple Chin.
Yeah, and good thing as well. You know, want to make sure that you're able to take this fight as 5, especially since you've got 4 ultimates in the bank.
Ooh, but Reaper's found Glyphic out of the fight. They are going to be able to take with the cage fight, and coming on top of it, Fizzy dropping the hammer in the sides of the artillery strike. But a nice minefield does take Mushida Heat out, though, but it's just not going to be enough in the end.
It's a devastating combo. It's so cheesy, and I love it. It's a very stinky, slimy play, but the cage into the artillery config, you know, that's a fun one to see.
Yeah, as now they come in. There's a picks keeps coming through from Portage. Secret Nano's taken down by the Pulse Bomb, like you said. There was a nice pulse indeed, but it looks like Portage are going to be able to keep moving forward.
Portage has the res to bring Secret Nano back. It nullifies the Pulse Bomb. They got the Valkyrie as well to work with, and Glyph is still in the back. No ultimates on the side here of Chartier's Houston, except for perhaps the mirrored Valkyrie that we might see. And this one's a hard one for me to say that either team definitively wins these. Might just be scrappy.
It might be indeed. As now they come in, the nice pile driver is out, and the blonde gamer's low. Still, no one's found a pick quite just yet. Still looking for a pick with the wrecking ball, but Reaper goes down. So it might. Yeah, they are going to get the res, but still there's a chance that there's a change in tide if they get good value through this tactical visor. As Triple Chin is very low at the moment, getting some healing. The Death Blossom comes through, and Moshida Heat is gone, and they are going to be able to keep pushing forward as Portage.
And it's not a really huge time bank as well. So Chartier's Houston, you know, even with these close holds, tenuous as they are on the low ground, and you know, again, I mentioned earlier, wanted to see them play their angles a little bit on these.
We need to pause.
Oh yeah, ended up losing Moshida Heat, dropping out of the lobby. A little bit unfortunate, probably just a disconnect or some tech issues. I see some people are asking for Velocity in. I think that might end up being that might be a Portage player, although I'm not entirely certain. You know, maybe we get to see a couple of other faces during the as the season progresses. Joker, that's actually one of the things that I really like about TEC is, you know, you do typically have your roster locks in tournaments like these, but, you know, with these school programs, they have to have some flexibility to them. So I always like seeing like new faces kind of pop up like mid and late way into the season. Always cool to get a little fresh influx of you know, just the kind of offhand talents of some players who you know, kind of spring up out of nowhere, but deserve to get recognized just like all the rest of the players. Dorado has felt, I think, a little more decisive than I would actually say it was. I think that Portage is making a really great pace, but Chartier, they're still keeping their bearings in these fights, and I'm particularly liking the contributions that Glyph is making, not necessarily in the terms of damage or ultimates committed or picks secured, but rather just in the intention that they're able to draw out from Portage. There's a lot of turning around, looking over our shoulders kind of stuff from the current attacking team. That's going to be Secret Nano, Flows and Slurb, Six Pass, Blonde Gamer, and Reaper. But I also wonder if, you know, that distraction is that really what Chartier Houston needs in order to make sure that they are able to hold this and guaranteed send us into map 3.
Yeah, we are just waiting, and it looks. Oh, what happened? Why did we go back to lobby? I'm confused.
We might end up just getting like a little reset of the map here. Get to see it run back here by both teams, and we'll go from there. No issue though. You know, Dorado isn't an accident. Dorado isn't necessarily my favorite map, but I don't hate Dorado either, or I don't hate watching Dorado. I think it's always really interesting to see what kinds of techniques and strategies players use to get there, but or to you know, make that push from the beginning to the end of the map. Even though, again, you know, I don't necessarily like playing it myself. I think, at least for now, Joker, while we get this sorted out, we might send over to a short break and you know, give some teams the opportunity to kind of communicate and get things settled. So we'll be right back after like a very short moment. Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the next, maybe getting a little bit stacked guys are maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage in West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
As well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Each other, pushing. It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that is support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Opposition, the defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 16. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight out of toe. Like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Tennis tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. There's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Ooh. Mid tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, guys!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, opening Reaper is down. Mid cast. That is a brutal.
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is gonna be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
amazing value.
Forest Hills, they've been so exalted so far, but I have to be again. That's not entire round the backside. Was gonna Team kill the combo with Ghost Man. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
Triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a Bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually, you focus fire.
it's going to work out. You find Crazy out, but you're going to find a headshot to Yama as well. There's no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! And it takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all! Paradox Day with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement. You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tank, so again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that is support hero Alari for Sunrise.
composition, the defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 16! 4! Oh my goodness! What a play from the start! There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight out of like we wanted to see it. It's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. There's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Ooh. Mid tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, guys!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. brutal.
Oh, big
This
flux.
is going to be a big flux slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regained their footing.
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills, it's been so far, but I have to be again. That's not the entire one round backside. Was gonna Team kill the combo with Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually you focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the Death Blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the Dragon shall consume all. Paradox Day with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement? You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Borderton fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the TEC. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Each other, pushing. It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that is support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Opposition good defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 16. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start.
So after some unfortunate mishaps in the lobby, we are finally back getting ready to push on our attack for Portage here. As we're getting everything set, and now everything's ready to go.
Yeah. For one, I just want to do a quick shout out because I think both teams will probably end up rewatching this. Absolutely incredible stuff from Portage and Chartiers Houston. I think you guys are definitely my two favorite teams in TEC right now for the way that we conduct ourselves in the lobby to get things sorted back out. And Portage is actually making some really good pace right now. We see the Valkyrie emerge from Mushida Heat, Ultimate's generating actually passively over time to help them have a stability during this fight after losing Fizzy.
Ooh, and Triple Chin goes down to Reaper as well. As Death Blossom comes through from Blonde Gamer. Not going to be able to find anything. Glyphic has made the swap over to the Echo as well. They have the copy available, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to use it as the pick comes through onto them from Blonde Gamer. As they're still looking to hold things out. Frozen Slump and 6-Pass are very low, but the Sound Barrier comes through, but not in time to save Frozen Slurp. Still, the trades keep coming in, and Triple Chin is back with a nice slam, taking 6-Pass out. This is looking good. They are going to be able to hold on to this point because of it.
Oh, Mushida Heat picking up 2 this fight. 1 there onto Blonde Gamer, and they had earlier gotten Frozen Slurp as well. But that's a nice stick there onto Coltion.
Ooh. Reaper finds Mushida Heat as well, and now this could quickly change back into the favor of Portage, as Triple Chin is all alone without any help to stay alive. Fizzy does take down Secret Nano, though. Still, all the picks keep going the way of Portage. The copy is going to come out, though, from Glyphic on to the Wrecking Ball. Not going to be too much value, however. The sticky bombs do their job, taking Frozen Slump out. Minefield on the point as well, trying to take some players down. Triple Chin gonna be super low and gonna be taken out in an advantageous cage fight, but it's gonna still help find Secret Nano in the end, and they still have an opportunity to keep things going and an opportunity to force map number 3. There's 25 seconds remaining, and they don't have anything right now besides this pulse bomb.
Ultimately, honestly, almost for the sake of the narrative at this point, I really would love to see Chartier Houston win this so that we get an opportunity to, cast the entirety of the next push game mode. Even if we do run the risk of losing people in lobby, I understand that weather is not accommodating right now of online competitive gaming. But last fight breaking out here, starting off with Mushida Valkyrie.
Yeah, Fizzy finding that pick onto Frozen Slurp as she used Sound Barrier there from both of the Lucios, though. Triple Chin needs to stay alive to just get this constant damage going onto the opposition. If Chartiers wants to finish it here and now, but a nice focusing beam almost takes down Blonde Gamer. They get the pick in the end. Triple Chin's the one to get the copy of the finishing, but there's true trades coming back quickly. They need to be able to find a pick in response if you are Chartiers Houston, because they are slowly losing it as the minefield is available. You didn't get the chance to use it, though, if you're Glyphic. So there's still anyone's point the moment, but they can change it drastically with this Death Blossom that Blonde Gamer has available, as well as the Pulse Bomb, as well as the minefields as well, and Fizzy goes down. Death Blossom is out in its 6 pass, finding 3 with a minefield, and it might just be enough to have a new lease on life in the overtime rounds. As Glyphic goes down, no one's really going to get a chance to touch there. The team kill coming through.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Portage, especially considering the slowdowns that had happened there, and so we'll be launched into consecutive attacking and defending phases, 2 of them for each team here, and or I guess 1 each for each team. 1 minute to 125, you look at that difference, and if you're an Overwatch player, you understand that there isn't one, or that there is a vast difference. 25 seconds can be the difference that it takes to go from 70% ultimate to 100% ultimate, but does the 25 seconds actually accommodate you getting into position and then using that ultimate the way that you wanted to in a fight that will actually matter? Because Overwatch isn't just about winning fights, it's about winning the fights that are the most important to win, right? The maps that, or the fights that give us objective progress, or that help us clear some enemy resources, you know, make them use ults and we get to save, you know, increase the costs of some of these fights. The answer is ambiguous, and it will only become clear as the match concludes here between these 2 teams, as the map really concludes, because something tells me, Joker, that the match isn't over quite yet. Like I said, I'm hoping to see Charter Houston get a really nice push here so that we can see push, but we'll have to see. I know both teams are ready to not lose any more players and perhaps call it a day for the competition. So we'll see if Portage is able to lock this out and take a map win and a series win here on Toronto.
Yeah, it's now the fight is gonna break out immediately in the spawn hold from CHHS Houston. They want to get things done and dusted as quickly as they possibly can, but Blonde Gamer is going to take Fizzy out, and Glyphic is off the side of the map. This is a huge plays coming in from the side of Portage, and they are going to be able to get some cart progress, which is a huge deal from them, and probably getting at least to them underneath the bridge.
Yep, but only 19 seconds means that every fight after this point will be last team fight territory, and Charter Houston with their composition might have a really good opportunity, especially with the Orisa and all of the CC that she's able to accomplish, all of the pushing and shoving and spearing that Charter is able to push Portage off. We'll see. Reaper's dangerously close to a pulse bomb. We saw them pop off in the Tracer last round. Maybe they're able to make something happen again.
Yeah, definitely. Reaper's looking for some picks, but also going so low. Gonna be able to get the recall in effect, get some health back for the time being. Now, the Terror Surge is gonna come in for Triple Chin, but the Sound Barrier is gonna be in response, keeping everyone up and healthy, and Colteon is down and out. Res is going to come true, though, but still, it looks like Portage are gonna be coming out on top of this fight, unless it's just drastically changed with Fizzy's Tactical Visor that is gonna come online any second now, but well, not any longer, with a pick coming through from Reaper into the back line, and that might just be first point taken by Portage.
Yeah, you're going to have a little bit more contesting here on the objective. Some ultimates that are invariably going to be spent. They're starting off with a minefield. Triple Chen ends up going down the minefield, a veritable controller for this objective. Mushida rolls back out, possibly in the hopes of resurrecting Triple Chin, but I think that that's probably a lost cause, and it's safer to just make sure that Glyph gets to live as long as they can.
Yeah, as they come in here, the fight is already broken out. This is still a definite opportunity for Chartiers to Houston to hold on to the Transcendence coming in. They've just got to be the go sign. You've got to be able to use your ultimates to take this fight. That's Blossom going to be coming in as quickly as the Transcendence falls, but Fizzy's found 2, and Triple Chin still finding picks, but they are quite low at the moment, but it might be enough as the picks are going to come in, as they are going to come through. Glyphic finds Blonde Gamer out.
Good hold from Chartier. Really nice push back. I liked the Valkyrie from Mushida to make sure that they didn't die too early. They were able... I'm actually such a big Mushida Heat fan. I love that... I love how willing they are to whip out the Glock. Many moons ago, when I was but a young coach coaching Overwatch 1, and I wasn't necessarily like entirely wrong, but I was asked by a Mercy player, when should I whip out the Glock? When should I pull out the pistol? And back in the
Never.
Overwatch 1 era, that was honestly kind of the answer. Is you just blue beamed and yellow beamed, because you had 6 people on teams at that point. So so really you didn't really end up with much free time. But in the 5v5 format, I think that Mercy's being willing to pull out the pistol, especially considering the quality of life changes, the buffs that it's had, I think that's really important, and I like to see it. I like the composition here from both sides. 6pass going to be debuting on the Sigma here, which is really exciting. They have been so much fun to watch on the tank role so far, and no more or less fun than anyone else on the rest of Portage. But I'm excited to see how they use Sigma to control this map, especially considering that there is a very short distance, but also a very short timer here for Charlie Houston to make something happen.
And especially with the distance that Portage got, they got it past the bridge, which is a huge, a great place to hold the defense if you are Portage. Especially with the change to 6paths going over to the Sigma as well. They can play this a lot more farther back, a lot slower if they really want to, but they have to be careful of Glyphic in the back line. The Sleep Dart, though, as well could be huge, but a nice rock forcing back a triple chin for the moment. Reaper is getting some nice shots in with these in their regular configuration so far, but they got to find picks. They need to find a kill if they really want to solidify this defensive hold, because they just keep letting CHHS Houston get damage and get build up to these ultimates. But right now, Blonde Gamer is gonna be found out and gonna be taken down. Well, not taken down. Well, taken down in the literal sense, as they're out of the lobby.
Yeah, taken out. And so once again, like the weather is, from what I hear, I mean, it's beautiful out there in Dallas, out here in Dallas right now. But at least for the greater Johnstown area of Pennsylvania, it's definitely a little bit more harrowing. In the weather, in the mountains, on the slick roads, guys. Stay safe, drive safe, and hopefully we can get Blonde Gamer back here in just a moment. Internet shorting out, but that's no problem, and we probably won't need. Or I say probably, we won't end up needing map resets either. So once they're back in, be able to get right back into the action and finally find out if we get to go to the mythical map 3, or if we stay here on or rather if we end things here on Dorado. Portage with a really good opportunity to like I said, close out the series really early on. I like the composition that they rolled out on for their defensive phase. It means that they can play coast, they can play far. Ultimately, I made the comment earlier that that holding close, taking that fight on that red building means that I think it was Charlie Houston. That means they had a really good opportunity to take a second first point fight, and that's really, really important. Ultimately, the cart didn't push so far, right? So do you actually have a second fight on first point that you can take if you lose on the red building?
Well, that's a good question. Blonde Gamer did just get back in the lobby, and I was thought, oh, cool, we're gonna go back in. But no, they just left again. No, they joined again. Cool. But yeah, I'm interested. It is interesting that they took this fight so close with the Sigma that their 6paths is running. I'm interested to see how they take this. They haven't really been able to find picks, and that's the real problem that I'm seeing at the moment from Portage, Mr. Ethan. But if they can, I'm really liking this defensive hold so far.
Yeah, honestly, I've really liked the defensive efforts from all of the teams so far. I think that the maps are all very defensive sided, but mobility and damage, as powerful as they are in the game right now, I think that there are complications that you can very easily run into on defense, especially if you're not able to set up for these fights the way that they want to. Now, are the setups for both of these teams a little bit harrowing for me to watch? Yeah, just a little bit. Makes me a little nervous. The perspiration on my brow, I wipe off as I watch the team set up for these fights. But these are the systems that they're applying. This is the way that they have practiced. And I got to say, as far as teams that have looked good against each other in TEC, there are very few of them. But Portage and Charlie of Houston may end up making for some fantastic rivals. That would be my opinion.
Yeah, as a huge pick came in on the Coltion there. Moshida, he has gotten the Valkyrie online. Reaper has the artillery strike as well. This is huge. If they can find a pick with this, it could just solidify everything. And another disconnect comes in from Coltion.
No.
This is unfortunate.
That's so tragic. That's so unlucky. And you know, actually, I was telling our producer, Joker. I was telling our producer earlier. I was like, you know, for you know the first day of being back on the broadcast for the spring season, and especially considering the craziness that that we've seen in the past, you know, I gotta say today has not been like the worst as far as like production and setup and stuff like that. It's possible though that, you know, because the weather is so unaccommodating right now, and the connection is really unstable, it's possible that in the interest of competitive integrity, it's simply easier for the teams to reschedule. It's something for them to deliberate, but Chartiers, they just lost half of their team, Joker. Ultimately, you know, it'll be up to both of the teams as opposed to us here in the booth. But definitely seems like there might be a reschedule that we would want to see here, just to make sure that both teams have the opportunity to honestly look as good against each other and get to play as well against each other as we've gotten to see them today. I think that's, you know, that'd be fair. They deserve it. I think we've gotten to speak positively about every single one of these players, because there's been nothing but positive things to say. So, you know, in the interest of positivity, I think that they, you know, I think both teams really owe it to themselves to be fair to themselves. I know we're Overwatch players, you know, hate myself as an Overwatch player, challenge, difficulty level easy, right? But I think when it comes to competitive, like playing competitively in competition, I don't think that we have to hate ourselves so much that we continue forcing a matchup that is really challenging to facilitate. You know, so quite possibly you see this rescheduled.
I think we're going to probably head to a break and see what we want to do here. Because, I mean, obviously we can't keep pausing every 5 seconds. Because, I mean, then we'll never finish the game. But, we'll finish eventually, but it won't be in the best interest of everyone. So we're going to do a break. We're going to see what the admins want to do and what the teams want to do. So we'll come back either with the end of the game or with the next broadcast.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boards fan.
Oh, they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the peg, again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage in West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that ult one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. We're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari in Rissa. One of the better combos in the game now that do support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Composition defense, Matrix does not last long, and you're essentially down to take one more 16! Oh my goodness, what a play from the start! There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. basically you're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But holy moly, that's straight out of like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that BlurryTouch tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Oh.
But Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the Shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
appearance.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their footing.
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills, they've been so exalted so far, right after the again, that's done with the entire around the backside. Was gonna team kill the combo with Ghostman. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be playing. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bake. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Tractor, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement. You've lost EBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBSF's help, and they're able to get that resident.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like hello there is.
Yeah, hello there, Twining. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
The self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck, again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that ult one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Pushing it. Looks like he's gonna use his ult. We're gonna combo that ult. Nice, huge play. We're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that is support hero Alari for Sunrise.
composition good? Defense Matrix does not last long, and you're essentially down to take plus 4, 16! From the back line, 16! 4! Oh my goodness! What a play from the start! There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight out of like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Trying to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Oh.
But Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the Shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
appearance.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
Kill the combo with Ghost Red! Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier's stuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the dragon shall consume all! Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement? You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the peg, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that ult one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Face taking each other, kind of pushing it. Looks like he's going to use his ult. We're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. We're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari.
All right, everyone. Some unfortunate news we have to confirm. The servers are, in fact, breaking everywhere. So we are going to have to reschedule the rest of the games for this evening. And for obviously competitive integrity and whatnot. Hopefully we will get you answers to these questions, or not answers to these questions, answers to these games and other outcomes as soon as we possibly can. But until then, it has been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Lord Thethan, and Man Can Man on the production and observing end of things. Thank you all for watching, and wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day.